start this damn thing? Oh, here it is. Aha! Look at that. All right, it should be up and running. Other than the fact that it's complaining about not enough the data or whatever.
The what?
Yeah, the drop frame rate's pretty high. See, I was wondering about whether or not this would work. Let's see. We can angle this down a little bit. There we go. So we are on port side, so we're aimed out at the Pacific Ocean.
Jesus.
That's
Did somebody just go out that door?
What's that?
Did somebody just go out
Yeah,
that door?
and they didn't. They just let it slam behind them.
Ooh.
Yep. We are in the Internet Cafe, deck 7, port side of the ship, about midway, about midship. So, and sometimes they have a little trouble figuring out where to deliver that stuff to.
Yeah. There was a lady back there. Maybe she saw your camera and was like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Was that who went out that door? Did you see?
Sorry, what's that?
Did you see if that's who went out that door? Was that
I
the
wasn't
lady?
paying attention.
Oh,
All I
okay.
know is I heard a door slam behind me. Yeah, so we are day at sea and a very rough start to the cruise. We were delayed by a little over 8 hours on Saturday getting out of there, out of Vancouver. And so now Ketchikan, which is our first port stop, has been canceled. And so we're waiting to see whether or not we're going to actually make it into Juneau. So no word on that yet, but we have basically an unexpected day at sea because of the cancellation of Ketchikan. It is cold out there. It is, well, my watch is not much help. What is it, 55-ish degrees out there? Something like that. It's pretty chilly and it's windy. Up on deck, it's windy. 57 degrees, according to the phone here. So, first time on Princess. Beautiful ship. Interesting layout in some places, but we kind of like it. It's definitely a sort of an attention to, I don't know, the passenger experience, I guess I would say. Crew members seem like they're everywhere, you know, and what can I get you, and cleaning up after you, and just kind of, you know, that kind of thing. It's pretty nice. The back of the ship on the upper decks is really, really nice. Beautiful views up there. Decks 14, 15, 16 at the back of the ship. You get that real good, like, view of like the wake, you know, behind the ship and everything. And it's just kind of a amphitheater staged, you know, so you can be all the way up at like 16 and then walk down to 15 and then down to 14. And there's a couple of pools back there and a couple of hot tubs, and you got a bar back there and everything. So it's pretty nice back there. We were contemplating doing our live stream from back there, but it's very cold and windy back there. So we're in the Internet Cafe for the moment. Just kind of cozy. If I spin this around, see what we got going on here. There's us, and then back behind us over there is just a whole bunch of places for people to sit and do stuff.
Plugs close by.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people were in here playing cards earlier, and playing on the computer, and then of course right out here you've got the sort of the running track, I guess, basically. And the camera's currently pointed at the Pacific because this is the port side of the ship. So on the starboard side is Canada, as we're making our way up the coast there. So these are really cool. This is the little medallion, and these things are awesome. So like when you've got this, as you're walking to your stateroom and you're in the hallway, you get 10 feet away and all of a sudden you can see the little digital display outside your door, and it says, you know, hello Patrick, or whatever, recognizes which, you know, whichever one of you is coming to the door. And then right when you get a foot or two away from the door, it unlocks the door, which is pretty neat. So
It's a little odd that it has the names on the outside.
yeah, you got a
know.
digital display out there that you can see your names.
Like, what if you don't? I mean, I wonder if you don't want your names, if you can say, because I've been looking on the doors and on those displays, you know, throughout the hallways, and all of them have names on them.
Yeah.
First name, last initial. And like, what if, you know, you're like, yeah, I don't want my name on displayed. Like, I don't know if they would like remove it.
Yeah, as I suspected, the internet is up and down. You got a lot of signal problems here, so.
Yeah, it's pretty choppy.
It's a little noisy where we are. Not a lot of background noise. I'm not really sure exactly what that's coming from. It's like these fans or something that are running above us. Not sure what that is. But we're just kind of enjoying the day. We have a dinner reservation tonight at one of the specialty restaurants. I think tonight's the Italian.
Yeah.
Sabatini or something. Pull up the old handy dandy Princess Cruise app here.
Yeah, Sabatini's.
Yeah.
Italian Trattoria
Yep.
at 7. Oh, so you have two, since we have Princess Premier,
Mm-hmm.
you have 2 specialty dining meals in this restaurant included. So
Yeah.
you could go back only twice
Yeah.
during the cruise. Is that true of like all of the specialty restaurants? Or does it vary?
I don't know. I remember there was a limitation about like 2 per guest, but I don't remember I don't know, maybe it was 2 per sailing or something. 2 specialty dining meals in this restaurant are included in Princess Premier, which is what we have. We're at Premier level, which it was nice to be able to do the upgrade, by the way. Deck 7 Promenade, but like, where do you go for this?
For what?
Because that's not one of the names of the dining rooms, I don't think, is it?
What's that?
The Sabatini?
What about it?
Where do you go for it? I don't think it's... Explore the map.
Are you asking where it's located?
Yeah.
We passed by it.
Is that one of the actual dining rooms?
No, it's a standalone restaurant. It's
Oh, so okay.
Oh, it's by where we got these things, I think. Where we got the bands for the medallion. I think it's around there.
Oh
Remember it
yeah,
had the
okay,
green
yes,
door?
I see it.
Yeah. So like if this view is on one side, the doors are on the other side to it.
Oh, it's actually right next to us. Yeah, it's kind of right back over that way. Okay. Yeah, the app on the phone app is a little little hard to navigate sometimes. So all the pizza and hamburgers and stuff you could want by the pool. Oh, the other end of the pool deck is the ice cream station, which I forgot what the name is. And they have a specialty like premium desserts or whatever that you can get that are ice cream based. And those are really good. Um, yeah, so many. There's food everywhere. Like every time we passed through the Horizon, what is that thing called again?
Horizon Court.
Yeah, the Horizon Court, which is the
It-
buffet. Every time we
Okay.
would pass through there, they either had a full seating going on with like people sitting there eating, breakfast or lunch or something, or they had like snacks. There's just food in there all throughout the day, and it's been open every time we've gone through there. Um, most of the bars are open. Oh, down on deck 5, the what is it? The International Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. Really tempting selections of little sandwiches and desserts and stuff like that.
Which I think is 24 hours a day.
Yeah, which is unusual because on Royal it shuts off at a
Does it really? Though?
yeah, I think at like midnight or 1 a.m. or something.
So if you go out there at 2 a.m. Cafe Promenade, they don't have anybody there?
I don't think so.
I thought there was something that stayed open 24/7, but maybe not.
I might be wrong about that, and it might depend on the ship,
Yeah.
but
Well,
Here-
we were talking about that earlier, how Royal seems to be moving more towards family-friendly things.
yeah.
And
But you think this one here is 24 hours?
the International Cafe,
Yeah.
because the two people we met yesterday, they were saying that.
Mm.
You can go there at any time. And they have, what's really nice is they have all of the coffee machines, the espresso
Oh yeah, yeah,
machines.
yeah, yeah. That's where you get like the real serious, professional made, tricked out.
Espresso-based drinks.
Yeah,
But then
espresso-based drinks.
off
But
to the
like,
side, they have like the whole bar of your creamers.
yeah, everything.
Your,
Every kind of milk, every kind of
Added-
creamer, every kind of
yeah, all the add-ins, and then they have cinnamon powder.
chocolate
don't-
powder, cinnamon powder.
Yeah,
all of
you
that.
don't see that a lot.
Yeah,
Like on Royal Caribbean, and I think a lot of that has to do with like the number of kids that, on Royal versus, at least what we've seen on this one. I've seen one kid so far.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's nice.
I mean, I know it's like they're in school, but still.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the thing about like going this time of year is, at least high school and below. I think they're still in school, right? They're not out.
I think so.
I think like some colleges have had graduations, but I think high school and below. So like a lot of the kids are still in school, hopefully. So this is the very first cruise of the Alaska cruising season for 2024 for this ship. And so, because prior to this cruise, the ship was on a little repositioning up from Los Angeles. And then before that, it had been doing like these cruises down into the South Pacific. So for the 2024 cruising season for Sapphire Princess, this is the very first cruise. And looking at the information that's sort of publicly available, it looks like the ship is going to be doing just nonstop north and south. So it'll go from Vancouver up to Whittier, which is the one we're on, and then it'll turn around and do Whittier back to Vancouver on a southbound passage, which would be the May 18th cruise, and then 25th it should be back northbound, back up, and just back and forth, all the way into probably late September. That's usually about the end of the cruising season. And then from that point on, they'll probably take it and go back to the South Pacific. Because it seems to be a West Coast based ship, at least for the time being. So the Sapphire Princess will be Pacific somewhere, North Pacific, South Pacific, etc. So launched in 2004, so right at 20 years old, and doesn't really show its age too badly. Couple of minor little things like the toilets and some of the parts of the ship not quite working the way they should, but and then of course the propulsion issue that caused us to be late to get started. But outside of that, I don't know. Seems to be
They've made really good use of the space
yeah.
in a lot of areas.
Yep.
That wheelhouse, is it called wheelhouse?
Oh, the wheelhouse bar, yeah. That thing is huge. We were actually going to set up in there earlier, but they kicked us out for a private event. And we were going to do the Skywalker's Club, which has a really good view of the wake, the back of the ship, the wake view. And they're in there doing some sort of captain something or other for higher tiers of the whatever Princess's loyalty program is. So this is our very first cruise with Princess, so we have the little white and blue medallion, which I think this signifies like the entry-level rank into Princess's thing. And because I've seen some people that have like red and then like black and whatever, because I guess they've been with Princess much longer. So but yeah, this little thing, you get one of these medallions ahead of time, and then you get the Princess Premier or the Plus or whatever it is, the higher level. You are set, man. Anything you want, get a drink. We're enrolled also in this Princess Prizes deal. And we've lost our internet again. Let's see, where is it? It is the prizes. You do not you do not currently have any prizes, right? You do not currently have any prizes. Participate in Princess Prizes to earn and win. I thought we were participating, so I could have sworn that I read that like every time you open your stateroom door, you're entering the Princess Prizes to so may have to ask the stateroom attendant the next time we see him, like, hey, we are entered in this Princess Prizes thing, right? Every time we come in and go out of the stateroom, that we're somehow doing something there. So I think we are.
Where did you see that? In the app?
Oh,
Prizes?
yeah.
It's in the app?
Yeah, you have to go in the app under profile, and then it's prizes.
Oh. And
But
how are you supposed to get those again? We don't know.
not sure. I could have sworn that it was somehow like every time you come in or go out of the stateroom, you're entered. You're. It's almost like a raffle drawing, Hey, what's up, T? Sorry, I was looking at a different screen. How you been, man? Travel a lot like now. Ooh, the Sky Princess. Very relaxing and well done.
Is
More
Sky
traditional
Princess
but relaxed.
a newer ship?
What's that?
Sky Princess a newer ship?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I am bad, man. I don't know anything about Princess. This is our very first Princess cruise. I don't know anything about the fleet. I'm bad. I don't know. The only thing I know about Princess that's sort of a weird factoid is that it's based out of Los Angeles.
What is?
Princess.
What their their headquarters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whereas a lot of the other ones are Miami.
Oh, Florida based, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've lost our internet again. We're like transmitting nothing right now.
Where is it telling you that on there?
Right here. See down here at the bottom in the red?
Mm.
561, yeah, it's in the toilet. Nope, now it's back up a little bit. Yeah, we're losing our yeah, internet is always a problem. Yeah, Princess, their headquarters is in one of I think it's in one of the suburbs of Los Angeles. And it's not a super fancy building either. It's just kind of like a 3, maybe a 4-story building that says Princess Cruises across the front, and it's just kind of in like a little office complex looking, you know. I'm not even sure how big their fleet is actually. Yeah, I know. Yep, our internet is, I was kind of wondering about this earlier about like how it would do for a live stream.
I mean, just general browsing on your mobile seems fine.
And that's the kind of stuff they aim for is
Yeah.
like, because most people are not going to
even
be.
posting like a group of pictures and videos. You know,
Yeah.
they're not long, but it. I will say we've been on worse.
Oh yeah, Santa Clarita, California, which I think is
Oh, is that their headquarters?
yeah, which I think is a offshoot of LA or part of the suburbs or something. Yeah, YouTube is complaining that the bit rate is too low, the data rate's too low. It's like, sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. I could run a higher, I could try to transmit at a higher rate, but the Wi-Fi wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
So, falling under the category of why not, we're just sitting here in the internet cafe on deck 7, just kind of chilling out, not doing a whole lot.
There's a couple people in here earlier when we came by. Looked like they were actually working.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. I'm just assumed they were working, but kind of looked like they had, everything set up. It didn't look like they were just browsing the web, but can't beat the view if you're over here working.
yeah.
There's like 4 kind of, I don't know, what would you call those? They're not cubes, but
They're like little workstations where you could just
Yeah.
set up a laptop and
you've got a table.
yeah, you got little
Probably
power.
have outlets. I don't know if each
I
of
don't-
those have outlets,
I don't know that they have outlets in each one of those.
but there is an outlet like over here.
Yeah, and there's an outlet right there. I mean, they're
Yeah.
kind of all over the place.
I think you.
If you need it like this, if you need a laptop to plug in, you sit here.
Yeah, these
If
are
not,
good.
you can just
Because you've got, well, you got 1 plug. There's 2 plugs over here, 2 over there.
yeah, there's plugs everywhere. It's a pretty nice little setup.
And there's a lot of people that work from wherever, and why not?
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Sapphire Princess. We're still waiting to find out about Juneau, in terms of whether or not we get to Juneau on time for our scheduled short excursion that we already have.
Lost Ketchikan, even though kind of sad because we haven't been there before.
Yeah.
We've been to Juneau, and we've been to Skagway, but had not been to Ketchikan, and we haven't been to either of the fjords or whatever that we're going to, right?
Yeah,
One is a
Glacier.
fjord, the other one is
Glacier Bay,
national
and then
park.
College Fjord.
Yeah.
So, but those are still towards the end of the itinerary. So
Hopefully we get to those
yeah.
too.
They seem to have gotten us set up to where we can run at our current speed, which is 18 knots, 20 miles an hour on land. So if that speed is enough to get us back on track and then stay on track, then we can do the whole second part of the cruise without any problem. So we'll see. But man, it was really strange yesterday and last night, because in the morning you get the email that says, okay, it's late, the ship was late coming in, so the embarkation is now going to be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then there's a little bit of a madhouse trying to figure out what to do with the luggage and where to drop the luggage and where to go and what to do. And the one cruise terminal had 3 different ships going out, because it was the Celebrity, Apex, the Holland America Koningsdam, and then ours. So a lot of people at the cruise terminal going through security and all that, thousands of people. They were handling it pretty well though, pretty quickly. Everything was moving and grooving quite well. And so we get on the ship. We probably actually walked onto the ship around 3 o'clock, maybe, no, earlier than that. I think
Yeah,
we
it
were
was
probably
like
on the
2:30.
ship like 2:30,
Yeah.
which was good. And so then it was kind of like, okay, and we get the safety drill out of the way. Kind of like, I think we went to the buffet up on 14, just kind of like, and then you get to like 4 o'clock and Holland America pulls out, and then Celebrity Apex was right behind them, and then we're the last ones in port. And then it's like 5 o'clock at the end of the window of when everybody's supposed to be on the ship, according to the new instructions and all that. And then 5:30-ish,
Yeah.
the captain comes on finally and says, well, the ship was late, we apologize. Doesn't say why it was late. And then, says like, okay, we're still trying to get everything squared away before we can get out of here. Shouldn't be too much longer. Let's see. Hey. How's Maria? Booking cruises like no tomorrow. Well, Maria's there in the chat window there. Yeah, doing good. Let's see, we're booked up. Okay, so this one is the Alaska. So then October 10th, we start a huge 9-night NCL cruise out of Ravenna, Italy. And we do that one over to Athens, Greece. So that's a 9-night cruise. And that's in the fall of this year. That'll be a big one. And then in April 26th of 2025, we go to Miami and get on the Icon of the Seas. And then August 8th, I get on Jewel of the Seas for a little 4-night cruise. Not sure if Maria will be able to make that one. And then that's as far as we've gotten. But we have a couple of land-based trips that are in mind for the fall of 25 and the spring of 26. And so that's as far out as we have right now. So we've got some things planned, and we've got some other things that are sort of ideas in there. But yeah. So we hear from the captain. Let's see. So yeah, 5:30-ish. They do the emergency signal. And say, okay, we're just wrapping things up. We should be getting going soon. Whatever. 6 o'clock comes. 7 o'clock comes. 8 o'clock comes.
Well, you had already mentioned. Did you already mention that you got that letter saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that they would be late.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so 9:30-ish, captain comes back on and basically says, that's when he broke the bad news about, like why they were late coming in that morning. coming up from Los Angeles, that they had some kind of technical issue with one of the propellers, and or one of the motors, one of the engines of propulsion or something. I forgot how he phrased it. And then basically said that Ketchikan was going to be canceled. They made the tough decision to cancel Ketchikan. And I could have sworn I heard he said that we were going to be late getting into Juneau, but I might not have heard that correctly. And then, got some photography going on. And then that's when he basically just said, they're still working on it or whatever. It was 12:30 at night, well, right around midnight, shortly after midnight, where we finally started to inch our way out of Vancouver. Little tugboat kind of helping us along.
And when he came on at 9:30 or so, he said, towards the end of it, he said, "This will be my last announcement."
Yeah.
Maybe he said that because, he didn't want to come on too late, I guess, because he was piping it into the rooms, which I'm not used to that. Like on Royal and stuff, it doesn't come into
because
the rooms.
he said that he wanted to make sure everybody heard him.
Yeah.
Because the ship was going to be slowing down to a stop, which was very unusual, might cause questions. He wanted to make sure everybody heard him.
That was today, but
that was this
the
morning.
one last night at 9:30, he said, "This will be my last update." And you thought you heard him say something about being late into Juneau, maybe. We weren't sure.
Yeah, I thought I heard that,
Yeah.
but I might not have heard that
So
correctly.
then we get through all of today, the morning, whatever. And then, what time was it when he came on? Was it noon? When he came on and said they're going to be coming to us. Oh, no. It was before we went down for breakfast.
No, it was 9:30. It was
9:30.
it was in the morning.
Yeah.
It's around 9:30, where he basically said that they're going to have to stop to. It was weird because he said they're going to have to stop to re-engage the one
Propeller.
that's having a problem. That they were going to have to we had to be completely stopped in order for them to re-engage it. And so,
And then now it definitely sees. I don't know if you can tell from the video there from the camera, but I don't know if you could see the horizon kind of going down and back up and down and back up.
well, it's right now it's pretty flat. We're pretty steady.
No. Look at it closely. You can see.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of
Yeah, it's
side
going
to
down
side
and
roll.
going back up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not too bad.
But
It's not.
we're definitely moving faster than we were this morning because it was like, even at 5:30, I woke up. Ooh. Cruise director.
Good afternoon, Sapphire Princess. Here, Armando, your cruise director, speaking. Wonderful day. Thank you very much for taking part in all our events and activities. And at this point, I would like to remind you the entertainment we have planned for you this evening. It is a formal night, it is a gala night, and of course, we're going to have plenty of entertainment for everybody. Starting in the Piazza at 6:30 this evening, we're going to have our champagne waterfall celebrations with our Director of Restaurant Operations and of course the senior officers of the Sapphire Princess. 6:30 we start with the kickoff. At 7 o'clock the senior officers will be there as well to say hi to all of you.
Where is that?
Also tonight, folks, we have the Love Lounge
The main
in Club Fusion
piazza.
at the back of the ship on deck number 7 with 3 showtimes with Mr. Kevin Jordan. Showtimes are 7:15, 8:30, and 10:30 this evening. 3 shows for all of you. Love Lounge Comedy Club on deck number 7 aft with Kevin Jordan. In the Prince Theater, we have our first production show of the cruise with our singers and dancers. It's called Bravo, 7:30 and 9:30 this evening. As we promised, it's a busy evening, and in the Piazza at 8:15, we're going to have a tribute to the music of the 50s and 60s
Whoa.
with our party band Golden Moon.
That kind of tells you.
But also the
age
game
group.
show of this evening in Explorers Lounge on deck number 7 midship.
Yeah.
We're going to have the Yes, No game show. Sign-ups will start 10 minutes before the event with the crew staff in the Explorers Lounge, deck 7 midship. The game show will start at 8:30. Last but not least, remember we have our nightclub with DJ playing in the Skywalkers on deck number 18 at the back of the ship. And tonight, he's going to have a Motown hour from 10 to 11. Motown Hour, and shortly after that, at 11 o'clock onwards, music for everybody so we can dance another way. For now, I thank you for your attention. I wish you a great evening on board the Sapphire Princess, and on behalf of the entire ship's company, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank you for your attention. Adios.
Yeah, the icon. Let's see, Maple Taffy Global, which I think is Teague. Icon in July. Are we excited? Yes. I hear third party at 4 a.m. I don't know. We were up pretty late last night trying to get all the footage that we recorded yesterday onto the hard drives, and yeah, I'm just playing around with that stuff till 1:30 in the morning.
We totally skipped over dinner because we met a couple and literally just like talked hours on end as we're standing outside.
Yeah. Trying to figure out if we were ever going to leave.
Vancouver, yeah. At the back, we were at the back of the
Yeah,
ship,
we were.
right?
Yeah, Wakeview, because we were waiting. We were kind of watching to see if they were going to drop the lines, if
Yeah.
we were actually going to leave.
So yeah, we were just talking about like anything and everything, and
I
then we looked down and we're like, oh yeah, it's past what we scheduled for the dining room time.
Yeah.
So then they'd been on Princess, and in fact, I think they'd been on this ship in 2022 for
Yeah.
the Alaska cruise.
Yeah.
And they said, you know, they were kind of giving us information about like, oh, well, you know, dining room will serve till X time, and even though it's past your reservation, you can probably walk in there. But then it got later and later, and we just never
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
But then, to your point, I think what you said earlier, like we've noticed when we walk around, it doesn't matter what time of day, there's food anywhere. And while that's true of other cruise lines, yes, it just really seems like you don't have to go out of your way. And like even the court, what is it called? The buffet area.
Yeah.
You walk in there.
Horizon Court or whatever that is.
Almost every time we walk through there, they either have both the hot food and then the desserts or whatever's over there.
Yeah.
Like for breakfast, they had desserts, but they also had like a bunch of breads and croissants and toast. What was it? Oh, yogurt was over there.
Yeah. Oh, they had everything.
There's like,
They had.
so they may not have the hot food up, but they at least have that other section. There's always food in there, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean,
So
you could
far,
just
there hasn't
eat,
been one time
drink,
where
and
we've walked
eat,
through there and
drink.
there's no food.
Yeah.
And all of the included items and stuff like
Yeah.
that, even though we have
Yeah. Yeah.
the eateries and stuff
Yeah.
right outside.
Mardi Gras got a leg up because they have more.
They do.
It's a bigger area. It's a bigger
they've
ship,
they've
and
got
they
like
have more. But
2
yeah,
or 3
same
on each side.
same concept.
But yeah, this one's got, on the one side they have the burgers, burgers and fries, stuff like that. And then on the other side they have the pizza, and then in the middle is a bar.
Yep. He's asking if we enjoyed Vancouver.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. We stayed at the Marriott Pinnacle, which is very close to the water, right there in the main downtown area, close to the cruise terminal. Yeah,
Plus we only walked around a little bit. We didn't do a whole lot, but
yeah. I mean, it was really nice.
And that's another thing, right? Coffee shop on every single corner.
Oh, coffee everywhere.
And one of those is always a Starbucks, of course.
Yeah, Starbucks everywhere. Tim Hortons, several of those.
To try Tim Hortons for the first time.
Yep, and it was very, very good. It was worth the wait. Vancouver was beautiful on this. When we were leaving in the evening and at nighttime as it was getting later, and just if we weren't going out on the ship, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure what the reason would be to come back to Vancouver if we weren't going out on an embarkation. So
those seaplanes were pretty cool.
yeah, a lot of seaplane activity. The seaplane terminal in Vancouver is very busy.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
We got to see a lot of them as we waited all day long and all night long.
Yeah.
To leave.
Yeah, they pretty much
Vancouver.
launched those seaplanes, land them in, whatever, until it gets dark. They don't run at night, but while they still have daylight, they make the most of it. But yeah, Vancouver was nice.
And
Little,
that port, what is it called? Canada something?
oh, Canada Place.
Yeah. It's
That was
huge.
pretty nice. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
huge. Yep. One interesting little side note for us, because we're Americans, U.S., the U.S. dollar is currently trading higher than the Canadian dollar. And so as of yesterday or Saturday when we were there, it was basically like, 73 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, because that shirt
Yeah.
that I got, we went to North Face
Yep.
store, so we had time to just do whatever since the ship was delayed, and went walking around, and we went to the mall, whatever that mall's called.
Pacific Center? Yeah,
Maybe.
Pacific Center, I think.
And asked somebody there about North Face store. And she said, yeah, there's one, but it's outside of the mall. So we go to the store.
It was
and,
right outside the mall. It was like kind
Yeah.
of next to it, like the street in between.
And I think they had sent back their, like the parkas and things that I was kind of looking at.
Yeah, all the
already.
really, yeah.
And so the shirt that I got, though, kind of the base layer shirt, right, was, what was it? It was like 60, it was tagged as 60, but it was like 40 something.
Yeah, yeah.
Worked out to my advantage.
Yep. I mean, the hotel room was like $100 difference in the hotel room, just because of the exchange rate.
Very good afternoon, ladies and
Oh, that's
gentlemen.
Captain.
Sapphire team, your captain speaking.
Oh, Captain.
Providing you a little update before the evening tonight, formal evening, as I anticipated for at lunchtime in the previous announcement. So tonight we have the Champagne waterfall in the atrium, and we hope to see you there. We'll definitely be there with the senior management of the vessel. We'll do an introduction. Will be the Champagne waterfall down on deck 5 a little before the actual introduction of the senior management. So continuing on our course toward Juneau. At the moment we're making good progress.
Where's the camera?
So I'll give you also a little recap of what the situation is. But before, just giving you the position we're still on the west coast of Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island on our southern side at 17 nautical miles. Visibility, unfortunately, not the best, so may be visible at time only. We'll continue in this heading for the next almost 24 hours. Within 11 hours from now will be a beam of Queen Charlotte Sound that will be still on our southern side. It is the normal route that we would do if we come out of the inset passage. Unfortunately, this time we couldn't make it, so we are out on the open sea. Nevertheless, it's nice sea days, fortunately. So as I mentioned earlier this morning, we had to stop briefly in coming out of Juan de Fuca. The reason of the stopping the vessel was a very marginal technical, not a maintenance, but just a little job that we had to complete in order to be able to make a better speed. Earlier during the night we were navigating with a starboard shaft block, and we decided together with the technical department ashore, we decided to make it trail again of rotating, although not under actual propulsion, but still trailing, and is still capable to produce some thrust to the vessel. So as a matter of fact, we have increased our speed a few knots. So on the way to Juneau, we expect to arrive on the 14th. However, obviously we lost a bit of time yesterday. At the moment, the arrival time it's a little behind the expected, originally planned one.
Oh boy.
Difficult to give you a final accurate timing today. We still have a bit of mileage, so hopefully we'll make up some more time. Tomorrow I'll give you more accurate timing for the arrival to Juneau. As also announced previously, we regrettably will not be able to call to Ketchikan, Alaska on Monday the 13th. After further evaluating our forecasted speed, we have determined that unfortunately
No.
we are also unable to conduct the scenic cruising of College Fjord on Friday the
I knew it.
17th of May.
Told you.
Instead, we will spend the day, both of the day at sea tomorrow and the 17th. Nevertheless, the 17th, as we're coming into the final part of this cruise towards Whittier, we're cruising into quite a nice part of Alaska, so it's something to see, the islands. So it will be a good day at sea for the 17th. For guests with Princess Shore Excursion booked for Ketchikan on your About onboard account will be automatically credited. So you do not need to visit the Shore Excursion or Guest Services desk to receive your refund. This will happen automatically. We are doing all we can to preserve the Princess Shore Excursion scheduled for Juneau. For guests with Princess Shore Excursion in Juneau that are affected by the change in our arrival time, your onboard account will also be credited automatically.
So that means
That's us,
Unfortunately,
probably.
we apologize
means
for these changes to
that
our
one's gonna be
itinerary
canceled
and
too?
understand that this is not the cruise experience you expected. We are evaluating compensation you will receive for these changes, and we will let you know as soon as we can. This is happening by ashore, by our guest services team ashore. They will let us know. They are in contact with our team on board, and they will let us know what will be the compensation. When we create itineraries, of course, we look forward to taking our guests to the exciting destination we have selected. When unexpected events necessitate a change to the itinerary, we share with you the disappointment, of course. However, this was completely out of our possibility to change. For this, we appreciate your flexibility and understanding. Our team is dedicated to making your cruise experience as seamless and enjoyable as possible. Indeed, the Sapphire team is a very good one. I have a very high confidence into my crew on board
So you
and
get
the
me.
management.
I need to
They
withdraw.
will do everything in their ability to make sure that at least you will be treated very well on board and you will enjoy the time on board the vessel. So, on behalf of the officers and the entire crew, the entire team, Sapphire team, we look forward to continuing
I'm filming
our
you, you're
voyage
filming
together.
Yeah.
us.
And of course, we remain always at your service. So thank you very much for your attention. I'll see you later at around 7. There will be the senior management introduction. And before, as I mentioned, the Champagne Waterfall, normally around 6:30 in Piazza on deck 5. Our Maitre our cruise director, they will be starting the event. Thank you very much and looking forward to see you later. Thank you.
Well,
So that only leaves one excursion
Yep.
left for Skagway.
we don't know yet about Juneau, but yeah, it's very possible that our Juneau excursion is going to get killed. That one was a whale watching I don't know, can't even remember it now. And of course, the Princess Cruises app doesn't show any of the shore excursions. So like, it doesn't, at least I don't think it does. So yeah, we're down to the one in Skagway, which I think is the one we're doing like the railroad something or other. And let's see my entire schedule. Yeah, see, it'll show the schedule in terms of dining reservations, but it won't show in there like any of the shore excursion kind of stuff. So the deal here is missing a lot of information. But yeah, so we already had the one in Ketchikan that was canceled. Now Juneau is questionable because I think that one was going to be, we were going to leave on the shore excursion like as soon as we could get off the ship kind of thing in Juneau. So
Yeah, it was early.
yeah, it was early. So that means that if we're late coming into Juneau, then that excursion is,
I mean, unless, because it was booked through the cruise line, so unless they work with the vendor to say, you know, push it back by whatever. I don't know.
yeah, maybe. Let's see, Maple Taffy Global says, it's unique, expensive, lots of seating explore. Glad you had Timmy's, Tim Hortons, Timmy's. It was good. Man, they have a, Tim Hortons had at least, at the one location we went to, they had a sausage, what was it? Sausage breakfast burrito wrap. I forgot the exact name
But
for
it
it.
had everything in it.
It
It had
was
like
good.
hash brown.
It had like a sausage patty or whatever, a hash brown, cheese, and a sauce, and wrapped as a burrito. And it was really good. And that and coffee, of course. And so, yeah, I was definitely digging the Tim Hortons. So that was cool to get that under the belt.
Literally.
The the cost is nice for U.S. citizens right now at 73 cents on the dollar, because as Maria was talking about earlier, she bought something in the North Face store, and there was a nice little difference there in the cost by the time you take the Canadian dollars and exchange it back to U.S. dollars, and there was about $100 difference on the hotel room, because it was $470 something Canadian dollars for the total for one night. But this was Marriott Pinnacle, right on the kind of the waterfront, 4-star hotel, you know, and it was only $373 like US after it's converted over, so that was nice. Ordinarily wouldn't go quite that high on the hotel, but like one night, Vancouver, why not? You know, it was very close to Canada Place. We could have literally just wheeled our luggage right down to the cruise terminal. It was so close if we wanted
A
to.
lot of people were doing that.
A lot of people were doing that. There was luggage everywhere. But the cool thing about that being so close is it was easy to just grab an Uber XL, throw it in the back. 5 minutes later, you're there. You know, little Uber ride over to the cruise terminal. So, all in all, Vancouver was nice.
Yeah.
If we weren't going out on a cruise ship, I don't know exactly what I would do in Vancouver. I guess I'd have to research more to see what you could do in Vancouver. So I don't know. But yeah, it was nice. As a matter of fact, we were talking about like Vancouver has a lot of TV and film production, and I think they were filming something as we were leaving the hotel on Saturday. They had all their trucks and they had some streets blocked off, and so that was kind of cool. Not sure what they were filming exactly, but they were doing something. But it's about time for us to head back to the room to get ready for dinner tonight and all the festivities with the first formal night and so on. So we might try to go live in a couple of days, one more time, maybe on Thursday around the same time, 4 Pacific, I think 7 Eastern. So maybe Thursday evening Eastern time. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, I think we're going to cut it off here. And thank you so much for watching. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are recording a ton of footage, as we usually do whenever we come back from one of these cruises. We've got hundreds of gigs of video. we're going to do the most massive ship tour that the Sapphire Princess has ever had. Where, I mean, it's literally like we got 2/3 of it filmed today. We're going to film the rest of it tomorrow, where we're literally just sort of wandering around the ship from the bottom of the ship up, and we're just going into like excruciating detail on all of the parts of the ship. So it'll be a complete ship tour, but we'll put that together once we get back. Of course, all the vlog episodes, a lot of footage from Vancouver, the sail away Saturday night from Vancouver. So a lot of good stuff. So Sapphire Princess, ton of footage. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for that, and all the other stuff that's already out there. And then of course this fall we're doing the big, is it the Prima? God, I'm forgetting which ship we're on. It's one of the new NCLs.
The new ones, yeah.
It's the Viva,
Oh,
NCL Viva, I think, in October. So we've got that coming up. Icon of the Seas, spring of next year. You know, we're always doing something. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. And we will possibly see you Thursday. I'm not sure where we're going to go live from yet. So we got a lot of options on the ship. So we might do something on Thursday where we get some good wake view back there. So we'll see.